I had a better memory on that. I guess I'd have to pull up the stats or something. But yeah, I think you're right there. Where I think Sonido got super upset early as well, and so they both played in losers.
Why is that like the Sonido special in Alabama? It just happens that way.
Hey, it used to not be, man. Sonido used to clean us up, and now I think just like the constant interactions with Georgia and just like the overall level Alabama has risen. Now Sonido, these aren't free tournaments for him anymore. He has to hustle a little bit to get these wins, and which of course he's completely capable of doing because it's Sonido. I mean, he's very, very good at this game. Very, very good with Sonic. But it's basically right now one of Georgia's finest versus Tennessee's finest here. So we'll see what he's got in the tank for Terry. So
yeah, I mean, both of these guys definitely not slouches here. We're really getting into sort of the nitty gritty of these sets. I mean, as you said, Sonido, like sort of like old guard. I don't want to say old guard, but he's been playing Sonic in Georgia for a long time.
I think he played. I think it was Brawl too. I mean, for sure Smash 4. Like,
I know for a fact he competed in Smash 4. I'm not sure about before that because you can't really gauge like
he feels like a Brawl player. You know what I mean? Like I think maybe it's just the old thing. You know, it's the old thing coming back to us. The tummy problems coming back to us. Oh man, but yeah, no, he was a dominant presence in 4, and he was dominant. He was top 50 before because he was like the first PGR, I think, for Ultimate. He was right on there. Like
PGR V1 was a movie, dude. Yeah. They got like Nakat and Sonido and Big D. Like. Yeah, that first PGR was crazy. And I mean, so was the new one, granted, but not quite as universal as it once was. But we're gonna go ahead and go right back to Pokemon Stadium 2 here. Not really surprising because I think like this actually is like quite an even stage in this matchup because it does give both players kind of in a way what they want, but not too much of it.
Yeah. Absolutely. By the way, this is completely underrated. There's got to be a Tennessee player that has the "We Will" tag, right? I mean, like that can't be a coincidence. Am I crazy there? Like,
I don't know. I mean, Terry just like yells a lot of stuff. I'm not sure if Rock You is one of them.
That sounds like a Terry thing.
Yeah.
I can see the broken English like coming in with the Rock You.
No. I feel that's why I was like, I wonder if this is like a Terry voice line. Or
I'm glad I'm not the only one that was wondering that.
It'll never live up to the Astronova TV X. What is it? Fidot. Sort of 2-part tag.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude. True input power dunk is so strong. I know the DI probably wasn't on point there, but it just looked like he had no room for DI in general.
Yeah.
And I feel like as that character has sort of been developed, there have been so many like uses for that move. Outside of just like, hey, like this is what you do from 0 to 50 when you jab someone. Like,
I think YDelirious in particular, he really likes going for that like raw power dunk. Well, I don't want to say raw, but like he likes to just go for power dunk sometimes in those positions there. And I feel like he's kind of been like I don't see a lot of other Terrys like do that as often as YDelirious.
Yeah, and it's surprising too because that power dunk is like the power dunk. Like because if someone does neutral get up shield, which is probably liable to happen against a Terry, it'll be safe on their shield because if you start it in the air, you actually end like the move before you hit the ground if you space it correctly. So it leaves you like basically in the plus, if not literally.
It's crazy.
And it covers the jump out as it did on that first stock. But speaking of covering jumps, here's Sonido getting that back air, sniping him out, making things look relatively even here, but still a really big hill to climb against Terry, as he's going to start killing you so much earlier than you're going to start killing him without any sort of offstage shenanigans.
100%. And that was a very crucial back right there because, I mean, YDelirious had go mode, and he had go mode for a while there. So really good stuff for Sonido to find that kill there because that could have been... I mean, the alternate universe was YDelirious goes up 2 stocks and Sonido right there. So, I mean, really crucial for him to find there. And it's definitely kept him in this game 1 here. And we're back to basically even here. A raw, like any kind of Terry move really could just finish off Sonido stock here. Like,
I feel that Rising Tackle would have actually done it there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't go for that. Maybe he was going for Buster Wolf and he just misinputted and got power dunk.
So I think Sonido got he got a little jank there. YDelirious did like one jab and Sonido dropped like a rock. He must have buffered something there. And,
it's always strange to sort of see that play out in this game because characters like in like other Smash games like Melee and stuff, like you have to kind of be prepared for stuff like that because characters just fall like lead. But in a way in this game it's like you never really expect to just like get dropped like that, and whether he buffered something or not, that's gonna be his second stock going over in quite a peculiar way, but able to find with that famous Sonic forward smash, the second stock from YDelirious.
I mean, that was just good awareness from Sonido. I think YDelirious likes to kind of like float above you in the air a little bit to try to find that like connection there, either with the power down go or the nair into something else there. And so Sonido just being like, I don't want to play this game. I'm just going to F smash, tilt it up, and caught him right where he was trying to go for that nair there. So great awareness there from Sonido. And again, evening this game right back up and hits him.
Wow, yeah.
Great two-frame there. I don't even think it was a two-frame, actually. I think it just hit him.
No. The thing is, like, that wasn't EX Rising Tackle.
Yeah, it wasn't EX Rising.
It was. So, and the thing is, I think the reason why is because by the time YDelirious realized that he was going to have to, like, go for a true Rising Tackle to make it back, he didn't really have the time to hold down because he would have fast fallen.
Yep.
Because he was already past the apex of his jump there and out of hit stun, so it was just a tough situation to be in, and quite a rare one too, because I feel like Terry usually has stuff to do about that, but that was just such like a niche situation where you're like just too far away from the stage horizontally to where you weren't going to be able to make it back with a little fast fall.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. That sucks too, because I think YDelirious was kind of like the one defining the pace of that game there. He was always the one that was kind of on top of it, and then Sonido felt like he was like kind of clawing back here and there at every stock, but then all of a sudden, just one weird interaction just going to completely finish off your game one here. So great stuff to Sonido to just keeping his mindset available to that option and just never give up mindset that he has, being able to help you with that game one there.
Yeah, and it feels like YDelirious is definitely getting more hits, I feel like, at least he was in game one. But I feel like Sonido is like really making the hits count because like one of the great things about Sonic is like you can hit a character and then there's just so much at your disposal. You can run back and claim stage, which is what Sonido was actually doing a lot, like covering like what is it called? Crack shoots like out of the corner and stuff like that. Really finding YDelirious really finding himself just like at the behest of like all this really like just tight stage positioning from Sonido, which was why he lost a couple of those stocks.
So this monitor.
Doing damage or not to Sonido, YDelirious kind of finding himself getting almost like I don't know, not obviously not like unlucky or anything, but those situations that Sonido was able to find and set up just really were monumental.
I think Sonido's just been spacing a lot more around like YDelirious' options here. It really just feels like YDelirious really hasn't gotten Sonido where he wants him like at all, and Sonido's just been like slowly out spacing and stalling in the air just the right amount of time, using that spin attack to its fullest like effect there, and the homie attack to just stall in the air just a little bit longer, and it's kind of been throwing off YDelirious' game here. I mean, he's gotten some chips here and there, and he can still get a kill off of a raw hit here, but like, I mean, this is not a matchup that you want raw kills. I mean, Sonido can cheese you at any moment. Great F smash, and you really just need to be getting these confirms into these like super early kills if you're YDelirious. And that was an early up B. That was a panic up B for sure from YDelirious. Again, going to put a little bit more damage on him, and so
and again, this is like one of those stages, or rather one of those matchups where you have to, again, like take the stages, the good with the bad.
Yeah.
And so YDelirious, I feel like he was like, okay, like I can go town and city here. I can like get an early stock off the side because I have like some of the best like horizontal killing options in the game. But then again, sort of ignored the potential like edge guarding plus extra space plus just so much that Sonic really like gleans from this stage, like so much potential for him to just sort of run over him in the matchup, because like awesome, like you get one thing, like it's almost like the trade offer memes where it's like trade offer, you receive earlier kills off the side, I receive FD at some points, like I receive better edge guarding, like obviously I kill off the side way earlier too, which is annoying because if you're Terry, you're one of the like top 15, 20 heaviest characters in this game, and die into like forward smashes like that at like barely 70%.
Look, I mean, there's a reason that Sonido probably just been at Callus. Like he probably left out a city wide open for that opportunity, and like that was a rough game too from YDelirious. I feel like his just mental was just not there on that game too. We saw a lot of just like after he lost that second stock, he just like, I need to kill Sonido now, and went for up B just out of nowhere and got took 40 for it. And it really only got the stray like dash attack to finish off that first stock. So we're gonna, if YDelirious wants to stay in this game, we're gonna really need to see a mental reset here on this game 3 here. It looks like we're going to Kalos, so interesting. I think maybe Sonido wants the larger stages against Terry, so which I mean Sonic can kind of thrive on small or large stages. It just really depends on what matchup you're really wanting to go for here. But I mean, of course, I mean, decent stage for both players here, honestly.
And the YDelirious counter pick, like coming through, he definitely doesn't want to go back to Town and City. Definitely sort of realizing the error of that choice.
Wow,
and So okay, I was gonna mention this in one way or another. This is like YDelirious' comeback stage. Yeah. Like the amount of times I've seen him be down and then go Kalos, live for 1,000%, and just get like these ridiculous strings, be it SD or not included from his opponent. He usually is able to take it. Like this, like if any of you guys were following like Stage Control or like any of the like Huntsville, Alabama tournaments, there was a set against Daniil, the Bowser Jr. player, who was up 3 stocks to 1, and was able to and like YDelirious was somehow still able to bring it back on Kalos. Just, I think this stage is like his rock. Like when he knows things are getting dire, this is his destination. Because while it does, again, give Sonic access to a bigger stage, it lets him be alive for longer, more opportunities to use that go to its full effect. And so far, I mean, things looking great. Granted, there was an SD at very low percent from Sonido, but
even with
neither
the
player
SD, he's playing great. Like, I mean, like it feels like the SD was almost like a non-factor for YDelirious. I feel like he's definitely like would be in a great position regardless here. Obviously, it's a little unfortunate for Sonido here, but like, I mean, YDelirious has just been putting the pedal to the metal on this one right here. He's really not giving Sonido what he wants. I mean, sure, the space is great. Sonido's able to run from the stage back and forth over and over again, but YDelirious is always there, ready for him. And just continue to show that this stage is his rock. And there's the down smash, or the down air. Oh my goodness, he's so confident on this stage. He got it down there earlier. He lost his first stock because of it, because he went after with the follow-up down there, and he got back air and wasn't able to tech at that point. But like, I like how I was saying, the attitude adjustment that he needed there. The Kalos was the play. He needed to go to his Sunford stage to really just get his mindset back in the game, get his confidence back, and it helped him win that third game.
Yeah, and I just don't know how YDelirious is so good with those down airs at the ledge to catch the jump get ups. I know the move is relatively active, and there are conversions off of it, even if you get the weak hit, but it's or the weak quote unquote hit. Hit. But the non-spiking hitbox, like. But it's like I feel like I see him land that like once or twice every set, and it's just such a confident way to end that game 3. Like definitely showing he's not out of it yet.
For sure. I wonder if it's something like where like he goes for that down air a lot on college, just be specifically because of the platform placements. Maybe he's just like trying to catch that jump up top, because I know a lot of players will like, especially on Kalos, I feel like the play, anytime you're like in a ledge situation, you always like jump to that top platform and then figure out what you're gonna do later. So I think maybe that's just him for instantly calling that out, and it worked wonders for him, honestly.
Yeah, and I feel like we're back on this stage now, which even though it was YDelirious' counter pick, effectively really ended up being like a Sonido's counter pick.
And now it's Sonido's actual counter pick.
It was like a 2 stock, very low percent on the
Wait a minute, that's dead.
And that's absolutely. Wow. YDelirious definitely being able to play this stage like sort of more the way that he would have wanted to in that game too.
Absolutely, it's because his confidence back. He's got the confidence back. He's ready to play Sonido, but Sonido, with plenty of confidence of his own, immediately
Sonido is so good at getting revenge stocks. Like I don't know how he always finds these offstage interactions, these back airs, be them weak or strong for the Gimp or not. He just looks so amazing when he comes off that Angel platform.
That was a great recovery there from YDelirious. I thought he was about to get S-smashed 3 times in a row there. That would have been brutal if he had taken the S-smash. But I mean, YDelirious still alive here on the second stock. He's got go mode. We're going to see if we can use it here. It's basically kind of FD here, so maybe he's going to get a chance to get some damage on there. Ooh, great SDI though from Sonido. Just being aware of SDI and that jab power dunk is really, really important in this matchup to save you a lot of damage and a lot of tears. So great stuff there from Sonido surviving that. And great F smash to catch the landing on YDelirious. Going to finish that second stock without really taking much damage of his own here.
Oh, the up smash. Wow, what a call out. And then back up onto the platform. And like, as well as YDelirious is playing, like, Sonido, like, it's honestly sort of reminding me like shades of Greg here once again, like just being able to like get a hit and not let go. But YDelirious obviously the same. I was gonna say that down tilt into the burn knuckle was always so funny to me, like catching the ledge stall or catching the first few frames of a jump get up. It's always great.
No, that down tilt into anything is like the most tilting thing Carrie can do. In my opinion, like it's not even.
Because you just have to watch.
Yeah,
You're just forced to sit there and watch it happen to you.
It is so tilting. So it's just so good too. So it's just sometimes you just can't avoid it. Like it is a scary move. So great ledge trap there from YDelirious.
I have to say, Sonido definitely doing a lot of like jump, spin dash out of the corner. And if I'm YDelirious, I am paying so much attention to that, because we've seen that YDelirious as a player is quite fond of that down air. And I wonder if there's another situation that arises like that, sort of like high intensity, having to get out of that disadvantage state, if YDelirious will just be able to pull the trigger on that potential habit.
Oh, that was such great patience.
Frame trap. He did not get the F tilt as fast as he wanted to.
Interesting. Oh, that was honestly a little jank. I felt like both players kind of had like this position where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna punish the crap out of this guy, and then just whipped it. Like,
that actually might be the game. Oh my, by literal like decimals of a percent. YDelirious brings back. I'm telling you, the Kalos thing is not a lie. He gets Kalos and he brings back the set every single time. We'll see if it holds true this time, but God, like that game just looks so thoroughly in Sonido's hands from stocks 1 until like, or rather stock 2, because he did. There was the jab power dunk on the stretcher there on the first time, but from there on it was just looking so thoroughly firm. Like, and then he just died at like 60%.
And again, like I'm saying, I think this is a big thing too. When you're on Town and City and you want to do the YDelirious game plan of just like, hey, I can kill early on Town and City kind of sometimes. Like, it's like you gotta be confident, and like he was not confident game 2. Game 3 got it back. Game 4 went for a crazy, like nonsensical jab power dunk on the stretcher, and just played smart and was able to take that game 4. So now we're looking at a game 5 situation. Starting off pretty strong for Sonido. I like the way he was trying to catch YDelirious' landing there. Like his movement is like just very, very precise for as fast as the character Sonic is. Like the way that Sonido moves is just like pinpoint accuracy, and it really shows here how well he's doing in this first stock.
Yeah, and I feel like right now, like this stage for Sonido is like the ex-girlfriend. Like sometimes like it's like so like good for him sometimes, but then at other times like not doing too hot.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely, looking good over here in the corner. Tries to go for that same punish as earlier on the same sort of get up that YDelirious was demonstrating, which is that jump get up into being able to catch landing with the forward smash.
Oh my god. I actually love that coverage there from Sonido. Nice.
Nair.
Great
Wow.
nair.
Yeah.
I like that coverage there. He did the spin dash. He was ready for YDelirious to parry it, then immediately did the spring just to hit him again and put him in a bad spot. Like I think the way that Sonido is able to just cover these other just options that I feel like most people wouldn't expect is just. He's just so good at it. He's just always ready for situations, and it definitely shows in his edge guarding there. But even in certain niche situations like that, where like it's just spin dash, I'm gonna parry punish. He's like, nope.
Yeah. And I will say, like, YDelirious definitely finding more trouble sort of getting out of disadvantage now more than ever, it's looking like. And wow, that I can't believe that beat out the power dunk entirely. I think it might have just actually ran out of active frames, but finally that first stock is going to be going over, and this is just the scariest place to be against Terry if you're Sonido, because when he's at 100%, you know this is a guy who's about to play like he has nothing to lose.
Exactly.
And it's just so scary to approach, scary to camp as well, because then you can force yourself into the corner where you're just going to be dying to these bustables even earlier.
Oh my god, the nair there, just putting on the pressure.
Yes.
The stray hits, forcing Sonido into the corner, and it's YDelirious ready for that situation. This is real scary Terry hours right now. He didn't even need go to end his life early at 60% there. That was crazy from YDelirious.
YD is actually just looking insane right now, like with the way he's finding these stocks. It all feels like so well choreographed. Like he knew from the moment that I believe he hit that first down air, he was like, okay, this isn't going to be true, but there's going to be an interval where my nair will basically cover everything he does. Like so I either trade or I hit him and I kill him, because. I don't even believe that Sonido really had time to land and shield there.
No, he didn't.
Just because that sort of like awkward hit stun that first down air placed him into.
I mean, that was just great awareness. I mean, Sonido, he's still kind of playing this game where he wants to just rack up a billion damage here. Oh, he got out. Great. I think there's a little bit of SDI on Sonido's part, but more so just...
I think at that percent, I feel like it had to have been. Like, the spacing obviously wasn't the best, but you can't discount the ability of Sonido to get out, because he's obviously demonstrated to be so good at getting out of the jab power dunks and the like. As said already. Yeah, this is where it's really going to start to matter here, and if I'm Sonido, I'm thinking about every possible way this Terry can die before 100% here, because this is where it's getting real scary.
Absolutely. I have noticed that it feels like Sonido's spacing has just been slightly off. He's not been able to space out these crack shoots more. And honestly, I feel like YDelirious is actually just using a lot more crack shoot now in this game 5. That might be it. That's dead. And that's YDelirious. 3-2. Oh my god, that stupid little down tilt. I hate that move.
That was insane.
I hate that stupid little down tilt. Oh.